Hello survivors, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be looking at the possibility, or we're going to be looking at a character that's probably or possibly going to be making its way back into the game. Now the only way you could get this character was through file editing. Originally it was the character you used to get when you killed the Red Death. But then after one of the patches, the game decided to give us Mask of the Red Death, and then they moved MissingNo. So what they are doing, I've got him because of file editing, guys. There was a whole video a long time ago about how to actually get MissingNo, but they seem to be bringing him back. So I thought, well, let's do a little bit of a tribute build to him, just so everyone can see how he works and what he does. Now, as you can see, his stats are all over the place. So what happens is, just like random with the weapon, MissingNo is the same with all of his stats. So we can go like that, and all of his stats have changed. Now, as you can see, his movement speed can go into a negative, into a huge negative. Now, what that means is, I'll just show you now. We're not going to use this build. But if we play on that one, and I press left, I go right. If I press right, I go left. Obviously, I can't show you the keyboard, but you just go trust me, that's how it works. So when he has that huge negative movement speed, pushing left goes right and pushing right goes left. Up is down and down is up. It can be confusing, so you might want to roll a couple of times just so you can get to a positive movement speed. Besides for positive movement speed, the rest of the stats kind of always are pretty decent, so you don't have to worry about them. You do also want a negative cooldown, not a positive cooldown. And make sure your growth isn't negative, otherwise you ain't going to be leveling up anytime soon. So if it goes to about like -10, that's still okay, because you can just get the wings. And you should be fast enough. Also, you don't really have to move with him, and I'll explain that why once we find a decent build.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we've actually found something pretty decent with him. He's got -20 movement speed. I'm not really too worried about that. Nice cooldown reduction over there, so we don't even need to go Silent Old Sanctuary. 3 revives, +2 amount. Decent amount of everything else, which we're using. Wicked Season will go up even more, and he's got duration. Might well, actually we might go Silent Old Sanctuary, but we'll go last if we need the might. Now he does start off in this instance with the axe. I did forget to mention that he either starts off with the axe or the Deadly Spiral, Death Spiral. Gosh, I couldn't think. Yeah, so this is him. As you can see, because of the cooldown in the very beginning, you don't have to worry about something like the cooldown reduction. So the only thing you might have to get is spinach, but you will be leveling up quite a lot. We do go wings on him just because we do want that little bit of more movement speed, because he did have the -20 in this case. Look, you can play him on the -100 and something, but you do move really slowly. So if you do go for something like that, make sure you have over 100% cooldown so that you are able to at least well, make sure you have the cooldown as well as the Death Spiral, and that way you don't really have to worry about moving, and then you just grab yourself the the attract orb, and then you are able to just stand still and kill things. Alright, we are looking for the crown as well as the Torono's box still. We did get the Skullomaniac, which is very, very nice. Again, we did grab some wings just because we wanted that little bit of movement speed for ourselves, just because we didn't start off with Death Spiral. It's just nice to have movement speed. Also, we ink Pellamagna just so that we can level up our abilities a lot faster. Not abilities, so that we can evolve our weapons faster. So once we hit level 8 axe, we will evolve it into Death Spiral, so that we can get the process of limit breaking into the air. Now I only have 60 life, that's just how he rolled, but we're not planning on getting hit by anything anytime soon. So we have our Death Spiral now, which is really good. At 2 minutes. Again, you could start off with this, and this is probably why we should go for... Okay, there's Tyranno's box. We should actually grab a the attract orb that we saw over there. Now you don't have to grab it, but you know, if you don't want to run around, then you should. Oh, let me move the mouse out the way. I didn't even notice it there. Now, last time we played on MissingNo, I don't think we used Wicked Season. I don't think we used it, especially in the beginning of the game. We've got 51 growth, which is a lot more than a normal character. So maybe we don't need the crown. What do we do? We grab the crown. As you can see, we are 4 minutes in and we are already limit breaking the weapon. So that was what, well, in this case even 2 minutes, not even 4 minutes, and we are already limit breaking the weapon. And yes, I know picking up the weapons the way the experience the way I am isn't very good. So we can just go like this. And now we grab, we're not even going to grab the XP yet, we'll wait for the next rotation. Just purely because I want to see how many things we kill and how much experience we can gain from that. I know, I think it's kind of like a bad thing actually to do, because the more levels you gain, the more curse, XP gain, everything you because of Wicked Season. So it's probably not a good thing to do it this way, but I really like those huge levels in the very beginning. And we're not going to get it at the very end, because death is going to destroy our faces as usual. This isn't a build to fight death. If I wanted to fight him, I would get the Laurel level 1. I'd probably use Game Killer nowadays. Just staying at level 1 is so much easier to kill him with. Alright, so we got a decent chunk of levels there. Our spiral axes or death spiral are looking very juicy. We don't even have Silent Sanctuary yet. If we did grab Silent Sanctuary, it will decrease our cooldown to 200. And the problem with that is it wouldn't look like this. It wouldn't rotate so nicely and majestically. So we might get it as the last Arcana. The only problem is we'll do it for strength. But we are going slash as well, so we probably don't need to grab Silent Old Sanctuary. Hopefully we don't have to grab it, but we'll just see how well we're doing. It just depends on how the levels go with and how much we kill things, but it looks like we are doing perfectly fine right now. We're nearly level 100. We could grab some of these just to get to level 100. Being very naughty. Let's not do that. So we could say that today's video is a tribute to MissingNo. We don't know if they're going to change him at all and maybe give him flat stats. If they do, then rip. This will be my final video being able to play him in this state. So please enjoy it. Hopefully they don't change him because that's just very unfortunate. I mean, they could change the weapon, even though Death Spiral is extremely strong. It's not something too amazing. does have its limits, just like all the other weapons though. It's not like Laboro where the whole screen... Oh no, actually it is. Allah. When we get to that part of like level 300, 400, we're probably not going to see anything on the screen. Also, if you had to get this weapon on random, I'm pretty sure it would be a lot more OP. Just because random is insanely stupid with the area of effect. But this is the OG random. Not the weapon randomized, but stats. Okay, so let's grab Slash. All Slash is going to do is make it so that we crit a whole lot more. And also oh, look at that. It's on our first randomizer. The other thing about the axe is because it's a critical, it can critically strike. And we've got Wicked Season. The more luck we get, the better for us, because then, you know, we crit more. And now that we've got Slash, we also have a high chance to crit. So, darn, I actually thought that was a... what do we call them? A vacuum. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I can never think of the words like out of the box. I talk and I play, and I'm probably focused on trying to pick something up that my brain just doesn't want to spew out the words that I'm thinking of. Who knows? Should seem I am not made for multitasking. Come on. Where are my levels? Okay, that was a pretty juicy one. So yeah, with builds like these, there isn't really much reason to move around. It doesn't really matter if I move around. I know a lot of people would say, you know, you could grab the silver ring for duration and area of effect. I don't need the area of effect. 200% is more than enough, and leveling him up using limit break also gives you area of effect. So if we were not limit breaking the weapon, then yes, definitely grab yourself the silver ring. But because we're limit breaking a weapon, you do not need to grab all the medallions for curse. You don't have to grab the silver rings. It wastes a lot of time, especially on Harry mode, which is what I play on. So if you're on normal mode, yes, it's fantastic. Go grab them. You're going to have the extra curse, so the extra layer of difficulty. You are going to have more enemies, so more experience, so more levels to the limit break. But I mean, in the end, even on hurry mode without those things, you've seen some of my weapons. You've seen that it actually does not matter. All that's going to happen is your screen's just going to become more cluttered with the weapon than what it already is. So, I don't know. I've never really thought that they are necessary. They are there. You can see I've still got everything on the screen. I've just got it turned off on the actual screen because it's more neat. Although we've got these axes blurring the screen anyway. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm worried about what's neat and what isn't. But yeah, so if you're wondering, hang on, why doesn't he grab the rings or the medallions? Well, guys, the reason is I do not need them. At level 200, we've already got 336 curse. That's with the 2 curse items, and it just keeps going up and up and up with every level that we earn. So all we have to do is gain levels, and we gain the curse anyway. So we're going to land up with more curse than what we would have had if we got the 2. And yes, some can argue that, okay, well, you didn't get the 2, so you actually had 100 less curse. But the problem is, if I got those 2 items, there's a chance I couldn't have got the experience to have hit a certain level or a certain threshold. So it's kind of like a catch-22, especially since it's hurry mode. There is a lot that goes on with the monster spawns and how it all works. Being a lot quicker. I mean, you saw there, I had already finished my whole build and evolved everything within 2 minutes of gameplay. I mean, that's insane. We did get ourselves a candy box, which I have worked out as well, by the way, that the candy box is always going to spawn in a 5 chest. You cannot get it from any of the other chests. You need a 5 chest to do it. So if you're playing with Wicked Season, I think you're guaranteed to at least get 1 5 chest. Otherwise, yeah, you're not really looking for much chests. We don't need it, so we skipped it. Thank goodness you can skip it, because there's nothing we want. Anything that we get will take away from the build itself. Also, if I accidentally hypnotize you with the spinning axes, I apologize. But this is pretty nice. Pretty nice, yeah. The only issue okay, there we go. The only thing that isn't so great about this is I have no idea where the XP orb is. So if we could find a vacuum somewhere, that would actually be fantastic. It looks like there might be a vacuum this way. This is my last... Okay, so there is a vacuum there. And we are going to go for what? Do we just grab a wake? We don't need the Silent Old Sanctuary. I think we're doing plenty of damage. I don't know, if I re-roll we can't get a wake. I think we're just going to grab a wake. And we're just going to chill here because we have ourselves a vacuum over here. So that means that when we get to quite a high timer, we will grab that vacuum so we can get all that juicy XP. We will probably do it at about 29 minutes, and that gives us 30 seconds to level up. It's probably a very bad time to do it because of all the XP we might miss with the vacuum. But once we hit 29 minutes, we're just going to run around and grab all of that XP that we see. As you can see, we can hardly see anything else on the screen, including enemies. They all just instantly die as soon as they touch an axe. Now, this isn't bone zone, so they don't necessarily change over time, so they don't necessarily get stronger, but obviously they do get stronger over time. But it's more from levels here than actual time itself, if that makes sense. Hopefully I make sense. If I don't make sense, let me know down in the comments, and obviously I will try and reword it in a more understanding way, because I know sometimes I speak a lot of gibberish and people don't understand me a lot. So apologies for that, but that's just who I am and how I talk, and I'm sure it's something that you'll all start to love when you get to know me better. And if you do want to get to know me better, hit that subscribe button down below, so that, and the notification bell, so that you are able to watch all of my videos. It doesn't really matter if we move around. As long as I don't accidentally pick up that vacuum, we're all good. It's so bad that I really want to pick it up. But there is a red gem over there. Let's see if it disappears. No. Okay, I'm going to grab this red gem. It didn't give me anything. I don't even know if I grabbed it properly. Oh well, it's gonna have to wait. I mean, I could pick up the vacuum, but I don't know. It's been like, what, 30,000 enemies? That's a lot of XP accumulated. I think we need to do it, and the reason I say that is because we want those 29-minute enemies to drop a lot of XP. So we are gonna actually pick up the vacuum now. I know it is a bit early. I don't see another vacuum on the screen. Doesn't mean it's not there, I'm just not seeing it. But I think we do need to grab these levels. Alright, so we've got our swirling whirlwinds of death thing over here. This is very hypnotic. I have no idea what's going on anymore. My eyes hurt looking at this. Ah, there is another vacuum. Yes. Alright, that's perfect. So we should have some time to grab stuff. We are gonna just wait. We'll wait for about... oh gosh, time's going quickly. This is gonna be a close one. Oh, my eyeballs. Alright, so I don't think we're going to get a higher level than whatever this gives us. Oh no, I wanted to grab the... Oh wait, we're going to freeze him. Wait. Okay, we got to level 700. That is disgusting. And because we froze the Reaper, as you can see, we're still killing things. But that's okay. I don't think we would be able to kill him. Although it doesn't look like he can get to us for some reason. I know that it does do this sometimes. It's very, very weird. We have no Laurel. But he finally decided to catch us. There is a slight knockback on the weapon. So that is why he couldn't get to us. But anyway, that's it. We did nearly 1G damage with Death Spiral. 697 level on the limit break. And yeah, it's all thanks to Wicked Season. So that's really, really cool. We reached level 700 and this is on hurry mode, eh? Please remember that. We probably could have got double the amount of levels on normal. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.